Akwaba, we SBS football on YouTube. Yasa baby football related issues and ebedi hun komo kakra. What him say World Cup no air na a lot of the countries and to me the performance na yinim so me put up. But the good thing is African countries it show why Africa deserve the 10th at the World Cup who are mind be bra or so far. African teams in be are qualified, but quickly, share South Africa where there seem to be no hope, or ultimately a fight back. South Africa will be second in Group A together with Mexico, or more qualify for the next stage of the competition. Abra or more share South Korea or more they qualify. Sanso and I will share in Group C where Morocco and Brazil. I want Morocco, HS Africa. It's really come of age. Morocco and Brazil finish on the same number of points, 7 points each. Two teams or more qualify or more call or money elsewhere. And so share Group E Germany and also Enra or finishes 6. Ivory Coast and so finishes 6 points. I would be second. Almost qualification to the round of 32. That is the news about the Ivory Coast, another African country. Sanso and our Group F. Unfortunately, Tunisia as our major tournament or Mokono Nioma this time around. Shada answer Koye and Farmomo. Tunisia finished bottom of Group F without a pointer. Unra Omo Entimi and your point our group now Omoko them together with Japan, Sweden and then Netherlands Tunisia Ephraim. Elsewhere we Group G now. Egypt are yet to play their last game, but as it stands now, Egypt are top of Group G or more 4 points. Iran this one third. Now you call into the other group, Group H. Spain and Uruguay bebo Sansona Capo Verde and so ne Saudi Cape Verde. It's me we need that game now. It means Africa another qualification our group no. Senegal in Group I an outside chance of qualifying after so we lose almost first 2 games against our friends in Norway and France and Senegal is standing an outside chance our Group I. Sanso and out here Algeria in Group J or Argentina, Austria and also our group and Jordan. Algeria at this point I was 3 points. So Mutimi share Austria that's almost 6 points I qualify together with Argentina and then Austria Group K Colombia, Portugal, DRC, TLC our 1 point. Also Etimi winning the game against Uzbekistan and that's also 4 points are all qualify on the ticket of CAF. That's Africa. Ghana in Group L. And so our 4 points would the England and cheer England so it 4 points Croatia and so our 3 points. Ghana's last game no Croatia Nyame Aduma da Memenda and the Blasters of Ghana bossa game no na send the bia me no na me wo me brother Newton Peter Latte the video analyst ha you have a share preview into the Blasters game against Croatia after they pick a valuable 1 point against the 3 Lions of England. Newton Akwaba, another episode, lot of things to talk about, but then focus on your Blasters against Croatia, against England. No, not many pundits, especially as English footballers. Na no be some of can say Omohegi Magana ne Panama boy na everything points to the fact that England beat me Ashe Ghana by 4 goals, 3 goals. So be can there we are, you call game echo and day 1-1. But the next game I had the most important Croatia. How do you see this game? In delve deeper into the game. At the end of Ghana was say ne or a draw. Players I feel say was almost started. You share detailed preview into the Ghana versus Croatia game.
Thank you, Steve. Already know your coach now your name Bakumi Nubia Maye say saying and su etie. So a lot can't change this time of the championship. We cannot really expect a lot of changes in the squad. I think roles will rather change, a lot of roles will change. Talking about someone like a country like Croatia, they have a very good midfield. Yeah. So there was something very peculiar we dealt with against England. If we can find out that something, that also allows Croatia to function so well on the field and nullify it.
Yeah.
It will put us in a frame where even certain opponents will be fearful of who the Black Stars have become right now, because we haven't really conceded yet in the championship, and let alone ceding chances to the opposition. Those chances have been paltry. Not many chances have been offered out by our defense. We keep correcting certain things in our back line and feel the same principle will be applied in our next game. What are the principles? The principles are that we force opponents out wide. We try to dominate centrally. Dominate not as in on the ball, as in the spaces. England has the ball, but we try to keep the spaces. Panama had the ball, we tried to keep the spaces. If you extend that to the Wales game, we still kept our spaces while the opponents kept the ball. So it has been the perfect frame to describe the current Black Stars. We will definitely be keeping the spaces and force them out wide. In doing so, tactically, their game is about switching to the wave. They don't want to dominate in the central midfield. They rather dominate a bit at the base of their midfield. But centrally, we have DM, we have CM, and then we have AM. Attacking midfield, central midfield, and then defensive midfield. They try to dominate in between the defensive midfield department and the back line. That is where their possession always, happens. But central midfield, they don't really keep the ball. It's about 2-3 passes, then they circulate out wide. Before cutbacks, before crosses, before whatever, pattern the ball will come. They are always sending balls into the box. So if you force them out wide, you are rather telling them, I think they've been going through Paris.
It's a maybe more threat to work as now, or some more far from the wings,
At the time, Mandzukic, a leading team, Perisic, and American and Edomoko. A free team, Croatia, a center for the Bia, the D also. It has been midfielders, Rakitic, Brozovic, Luka Modric, Mateo Kovacic. These are the midfielders, quality ones of them, and their center backs so will be able to now echo and new one since Mandzukic free team, Croatia a striker bia. It has been recovery for now. May I cancel my journey say Semenyo, and then the other side of the flank, As I say, a battery can see a fullbacks, Number 2, as I say, a bot wins what my say. Said the tennis a game wins. Wins means they will have the supporting cast of the fullbacks.
Okay.
So as a fullbacks, remember they will leave us some spaces.
Okay.
How do we then counter them? And none in common as a son Dino. They will come to see.
I just said because they thrive on the wings, and I had to be better or more 2 and 3 honor as you be to capitalize.
Naturally, they support the system. Few teams and Emma fullbacks and Cosadia, and you been in Arsenal, so your team, but mono ball Pierre in Capimo because he doesn't want them to go. But so Bocala Fury, only say Ediano Pesojano, no idea a lot to the final third. Stivo, this is also another big game that require a very, very tough and deeper preparation. I believe in the has handled, and if he can really maintain or better his game reading, his analysis before we enter the field, he can better whatever he does before we come into the game. I think we will be in a better position to have a very good scoreline from that game.
You're technical man. Share 2 games here, coach here, boya. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the coach now, based on purely technical position? I'm the region.
For results' sake, it has been 8 over 10.
For Carlos Queiroz. Okay.
But our game hasn't been artistic.
Because artistic, and I just say it hasn't been pleasing. Nisu no shede who say adie fe ya crafted or say this is something that a better was a share because
we lack flamboyance in our game.
Okay.
How do you know Thomas Partey? Through ball distribution. But has he been doing that job?
Game of ball last one, he was assigned a test.
That is off the ball job. It's off the ball duty.
Okay.
On the ball is how you know Thomas Partey or GJ or attacking late. Ball in the free top box in the to be pay. That's Thomas Partey. How many times will Thomas Partey in the final third opposition box?
Yeah, the game of what many shots are calling him to that level.
So systematically, some of our boys, have been strangled in a way the best cannot be gotten from them. But they need to play for the jersey. They need to play for the color. They need to play for the flag. And whatever system I do, but whether M1 individual profile, you still need to fight for us.
Okay.
So our game lack the pace. And I want to fire. I don't mind energy. In Aki fire, I know or so passing or quadru. Or pass out the man and any panel lose one. Not in Aki Asaiba. Jordan fire. I know my energy. So our game. In transition to our game, really, we haven't had a sequence of about 5 passes to score. And until I go, so no, okay. Share your goal against Panama, no?
Yeah.
And if you are fire, papa, near the coins, and then. And when so because we haven't scored more, but that's what we need. So the same thing was goal I share, you really in similarly, papa, and the coca to net. Okay. But others, you know, you're far, you break it, play no. You're attacking the bricky, you're attacking the bricky, you're attacking the bricky, whoever you're attacking the bricky. You don't have kudos. We're far. We're trying to cry, or better one, I could buy a box to look at cry. Right now, the better behind here. So our game lacks that sort of creativity. And the artistic aspect in our come on. For a coach that has played 2 games against Panama and England, now on conceded, the Sunny outcome based on your rating and not just say why you be for so results. Yes, he's 8/10. Okay, but for performance, especially if I want to be Ghanaian, how I know I'll give. Yes, any Brazilian now. Yes, say born here grow. I grow near I grow near bono. We dey grow, but we dey. So, true baby, even the FA president, the ideology to change. Okay, not just a rating, you know. So you have for results are 8/10. Yeah. But you have the artistic aspect. I also the Ghanaian football now, and also by saying it has been bad. Into also rating by saying 4.5. 4.5 over. Now you share the profile. What can Kudus? What Kudus do? You know what's funny? Yeah. Like didn't come on to me say. So Samanya or Man City. Or Massa deep on me Fabon or the Accord. That we say at Nuri, whoever is playing there. And talk about the midfielders. Talk about the midfielders too. Yeah. He has players bring the ball. Ran Shaki Bede Beba, Tijani the Beba, Doku the Beba, Savino the Beba. These boys will hold the ball, the Beba, Beto Semenyone, Mamush. 2 times they also Maba. And I call Bar 40 meters. Oh, but Pep put in between a 10 deep, my old striker about 40. Dabi. No. Dabi, that's not their star. 40. You are close to center half, and I one able Pep, sir. They are already in your half. So the strikers are closer to the box. It makes the transition more shorter. It helps the attackers. It conserves their energy. It helps them to endure the entirety of the 90 minutes. When you want them to stay longer time of the game without the ball, and when you're back with Musawa, new Kudus to talk about Kudus in this moment, and I just say, Wana, Opesa, they kakra, but with the names available, I still believe, say, media, this is my opinion. I still feel, say, I will say, BB. But me, who's a coach, unleash the attacking potential of Timmy and say, dreamy, say, a coffee there. I think a lot will depend on how Yeshe goes. Going into this game, a dear now feels based on a technical perspective, coaching in here. Sending Ebenya the best out of Semenyo, Ebenya best out of Fatao, and then Brandon Thomas Asante Jordan in this game because see we need one advantage. Say you lose here and also what the Edinam. DNA and yes and attacking names I had the Koyano. Send ya ball Jonas Din, ya ball Jerome Din, a ball Senanya to certain extent Gideon Manson, DNA and ya, Yansu Benya Bibia can about our attacking team. In this game, Major me say, you bought 3 central midfielders against England for a very a good virtue. Yeah. No more me and Sano, or maybe 4, 3.5. Elliot Anderson, Declan Rice, Jude, constant 3-man midfielder in here. And a chair. The half is the Hurricane guy. he plays a half midfielder, a half striker. So whenever he drops in between the lines, whenever he plays this role, you need somebody to take him out. Whenever he plays this role, you need somebody to take him out. So that half job is taken full by Thomas Partey. One in the neighbor, one in the echo. Now the other members are Asaka Miensa. Asaka Frio, Elliot, Jude, Declan. Who caters for these guys? And what they Declan, am I or they Chima Declan? And what they Jude Masibo? And what they Elliot, no, but into the name Jordan. Elliot, no, be centre backs, no. It's Jordan, woman, and yes. One who have parents in it. Going into Croatia game, no, they don't have that elite method anymore. Two, I want you be better. More, also be so elite. Modric is no more elite. Performance wise,
or drop it.
Yeah. The speed, he still has a brain, but speed, sharpness, the rhythm of the game. He lags behind. Check this World Cup when you're in 90 minutes.
And the Kovacic,
so early first half now, who is going to work around Luka Modric? And Croatia are not playing over him; they'll play through him. How are we cutting him out of the game? Need two pivot, Kovacic. How do we disturb the relationship between the money back line? Say Jumano. Ye team no be 4-2-3-1. A Jumani jina 3 and then 1 so somebody disrupted that relationship.
Okay.
So remember Jordan and America. Remember a runner around him. Jordan won't mean say Jumano. What the new man boy, new free injury, but won't mean say Jumano press it. And the new man diminutive to set Modric, not to be bully no. Me as a coach, I'll pick somebody profile with a bully no. Thomas Brenner Santo should hang and hawk around Jordan. Nobody say how could call her. Say that we are fullback, we need to be a second call. They would rather force Perisic or Pasalic, whoever stays on there to support.
Okay.
This side and number boss Semenyo. So
the left side of
yes, it's 4-2-2-2 or 4-1-1. One on Brendan behind Jordan. Okay. And then Isahaku, Semenyo. Now the Caleb and Thomas Partey and Fifi. Systematically this game doesn't favor Sibu.
Okay. Unless
maybe may foresaw them who could coach in the shoe, not per se, or respected the kind of work rate, because me, in my opinion, apart from Thomas Partey, Sibo had the best work rate, not by start, but by my own watch of the game. Sibo had the best work rate because now Nick Caleb and a presser alongside Jordan, I was top on a bar on an echo, a Quahana Caleb echo. Now, a copressor bar. Well, just judo because born judo ma. Okwa only say judo ha. Born the corner one no the Americano aba. Push born the corner no the Americano asaba. About judo. That work rate until say you judo free game no no. Who say Sibo Maria Juma. I don't think we need that same principles against Croatia.
The same approach.
No, we're not going to use the same approach. Mekati Finfine Bako. Okay. I want to have some offensive transition. I want to release some of the boys. Mekati Meford the Bako Finfine. Mekati Sibo. Caleb Obejina Patinche, ona onkobra, no patinjina chihwe no.
Okay.
Na patinje ja ball nko. Na Caleb no support to press no.
Okay.
E top hold but onko no ba. Inak sorry. Isahaku Semenyo. Thomas Brenner Santi bejina Jordan na chi. Utimi san ho utimi ejibojina na chi.
As I say in this game no obey personal change. On say in the last game no trial no it was Inaki Jordan and then Semenyo. This time around we introduce you Fatal and I was introduce you a Brendan Awon. So we need a personal change as well as
and the role. Inaki in England no or right on your left footed. It when you're born he was forced to go outside.
Okay.
Or maybe Mubia no diagonal.
Okay.
But Isahaku gets the ball, that's 1 or 2 and then inverts. Isahaku back out now just what force no. Set Richarlison born or both Caesar Kudus, they assist in the man on. I will defend the Kudus and I could choose second.
Yeah.
A sunny born a coin.
So then the right foot in the bubble. Yeah.
Kudus and Pen, yes, or for son. So it's a Haku a similar profile, except Kudus is more physical and dominant on the ball. It's Haku wants to go. Now outside, you know. Yes, one for son, not uncle, not the border for. Other than that, is Haku, and that is different from Inaki Williams. Inaki is right-footed who loves to go direct into the box without doing trickery on the ball. But Isaku gets the ball, that's 1 or 2 things before it takes off. So, love Isaku to be on the line and Semenyo. Thomas, and then I'm moving in them. Onqa, we mentioned if you know Namunche Hobby. Onqa Semenyo, Nasemia Bishimon and Namunche Hobby. Onfa Jordan and Jordan dropping on the move. That 4-man attack, you know. Not Thomas, any California coin Bunia with film.
When him says, as an analyst, what expectation going to the game minus results, whichever way results you reckon? What are your expectations? Now I'm a quick prediction now. In the game.
My expectation is that Croatia to me.
Okay.
We've had confidence. Even line up on a coach, or by training grounds. England gave me a boy, to bench or better. You forget about the winning bonus instantly. Born a boy, said a boy, And my catch, me sometimes you're training we are. Yeah, what that any fiada. Yeah, tactical work. May you have a selection of Kujinaso. Near build up. The whole opponent be any. Near build up near the core. Near build up near the core. Near build up. If any increase sharpness, no back passes, no double touches. Near core. Yeah, near the opponent. I the album. Yeah, yes, I did. I want to champion and say tactical work, and yeah, now free game. So coach, yes, Bema Blaster plays in any other hole. And I'm sure after England game, no sign ABC. Everybody will know, say, first game, come on, the Jordan the cheat.
There have been changes in both games.
So I have a chance. I have a chance. Some mentality, and more Croatia for.
So what would be your prediction?
1-1.
1-1. You analyze say Oba predict 1-1 over this game. Akobasa naturally said the Blasters of Ghana will finish with 5 points. The chair say confirming a qualification to the next stage. They share the next opponent. SBS Football on YouTube. Over subscribe now I share. Na obi so enya bia hwe but our comments so obetimi leave over the comment section at the LCP.